Hey everyone, Michael here. Quick update. I just want to let you guys know what's going on here because so far we're not in any real danger, but you're going to see this little bit of a dip we've been talking about, and this is going to cause people to really freak out here over the next few days. So let's talk about it. So far, if we zoom out, you guys can see we did hit this old level of support from way back over here from the old bull market days. At this point, we are getting rejected by it, but that's nothing to be concerned about, at least for right now. Okay, so if we were to go over here to the daily chart, you guys can see we broke into the zone. We're getting rejected right now, but honestly, guys, if we do take any big dips, it'll only be back down to maybe 28,500, maybe just down here to 29,000. Okay, we got a lot of support levels that we built up since then, and we did have this amazing rally. So the few things that I want you guys to focus on for right now are these. We do have, what's the best way to show it to you guys? We have a few trend lines that I think you guys should be aware of. The first one is right here. This one really doesn't expire, you could say, until August. In the short term, this is where I'm going to be looking at most of the time. I'm going to be going over here to the 4-hour chart, and you guys can see this one right here. This is the one thing that I'm a little bit more concerned about. If I go right here, if we start breaking down below this one, I think this is the concern where we're going to be coming all the way back down here to 28,000 or so. And this is your next big buying opportunity. At this point, you guys can see there is some negative downward pressure. We did break down below the 20 moving average, on the 4-hour chart, and we're heading down towards the 50. I think we're probably going to bounce off the 50, then actually break down below it. And I want to see if I can buy any Bitcoin or any altcoins when Bitcoin's closer to 29,000 instead of where it currently is, a little bit above 30,000. Okay, so let's go over here to the 15-minute chart. I just want to show you guys one more thing as well. We are making a cycle of lower lows. Nothing too crazy, like I said before, but what I'm looking for here also is if we do have a whale that comes in and says, hey, I want to cause a surge in Bitcoin prices, the first just going to have to break out above this trend line. If there is a breakout of that trend line, I'd be more than happy to actually start buying some altcoins here for a shorter term move. But for now, my main concern is really what's happening here on this trend line here on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, and how much further can we go up, because right now our mini ceiling, you could say, is about 32,500. I hope we can get up to it, but it seems like we are getting tested again at this point. But as you guys can see in the past, all it takes is whales to come in here and really just drive the price up. One other thing here, Ethereum is getting demolished a lot more than Bitcoin today. Bitcoin's only down about 1.13%. Ethereum is down about 2.5%, and you guys can see it's actually resting right here on this 50 moving average on this 4-hour chart. I'm going to get rid of all the drawings and everything on here, and I'm going to go back over to the daily one. We have to hope that Ethereum doesn't start breaking down from here, because sometimes, not all the time, sometimes we do see breakdowns in Ethereum well before we see them on Bitcoin. And as you can see right here, we have about 2 days, I would say, until we have a confirmed breakdown. We really need to see Bitcoin and therefore Ethereum really have this larger move here, because Bitcoin gives us a little bit more room. Ethereum is not giving us that room that we want. One other way of looking at this, just so you guys can see, is let's lock that in. Let's lock that in. You guys could see we could break down later on today, but I'm hoping that we don't, because if Ethereum does break down, that next level of support, guys, is all the way down here towards, let's say, 1777 to, let's say, maybe 1721 or so. So keep an eye on this, but I'm overly not too concerned. I'm looking for buying opportunities and a few short opportunities, to be frank, but the shorts are a little bit more short term, and my longs are definitely for the next couple weeks or so. So I'm hoping we can still see things continue on this strong path here for Bitcoin. NASDAQ and everything else, there's a little bit of weakness. We talked about this before, a little bit of a pullback before we continue on the road. I think at this point, we're just watching some of these moving averages here. Not as important for the NASDAQ and the SPY and things like that. Here's the Dow Jones. Again, Dow Jones has been going more sideways than anything, and we've been seeing this for a while. We even saw it break down and come back to life here out of nowhere, so holding the 200. And last but not least, SPY, again, we're just seeing a small pullback. This is nothing to be concerned about, but you are going to see people freaking out. And again, like what we talked about last week, it's okay to take some profit. It's definitely okay to take some profit. You guys knew I was doing that for quite a bit of time. I still have quite a bit of shares left over, or tokens, whatever you want to call them, but I am patiently waiting, and I do have my stop losses set, so no matter what happens now, I am going to be walking away with a profit. But as you guys can see over here, most things are down about 2%, maybe 1. Bitcoin Cash is still kind of hyping up right now. KDA is down 4, a lot of stuff down 1, 2, 3, 4%, I would say. A few of the micro ones like Stonks up 5%, but that's not too important for us. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And again, thank you guys so much for becoming members of the channel.